rather be fishing.
I love to fish.
It's all about the love of the sport, the being out there on the Gulf, for my boss man being close with his family. Tuna fish is one thing, but that marlin is what you're really after. The tournament aspect adds a whole different wrench in the spokes there, you know. Because you pull a fish off on a fun day of fishing out there and he swims away, big deal, you know. But you pull that fish off on a day where you just bet $50,000 in a tournament.
The money you can win has changed. It's in some big bucks. The Panama City tournament, which for many years has been considered one of the premier tournaments, I won it, I want to say 1976, and we won like $23,000. And that was like the biggest money tournament going. Now there's categories for all kinds of fish, and which makes it, divides the money up to a lot of people by doing that, instead of having just on one category, the tuna, dolphin, wahoos. First place dolphin might be $100,000 or $80,000. So
the couple big tournaments like Biloxi and Sandustin, and if you'd have bet the money across the board, we figured it up, you'd win about 500 grand.
A rookie will try to feed the fish and try to heave back too far on the fish, and ends up pulling him out of the chair. We caught 7 fish for 13 that day, and all big fish. You know, all of them ranged 400 to 7 plus.
And all of our tournaments leave the day before. They're 2-day fishing tournaments, you know, and we'll leave here at 4 o'clock or by 6 o'clock in the evening, and we run all night long. To get, sometimes I may leave the dock and I may run 150 to 180 miles. We got some boats that they're pushing the envelope now and running like 300 miles in a tournament. And hey, that's fine until you strike something. You strike something running 30, 35 knots now, you're going more than likely, you're going to be the catastrophe.
You know what used to tickle me was the people though that come out of the bar, like, you know, when the keg was still out. They would literally leave that keg and come in. Y'all had them all the time on the reef.
I've had them walk up and get on the back deck. I fire up the engines and
they get sick. They get sick.
I ain't even left them sleep.
We had one guy one day that jumped on the boat, and I mean, he was fired up, man. I mean, he said, let's go catch some fish. Before we got to the rocks, he was down for the count. He come back up when we got to the rocks late that afternoon, and his first words were, I know what an NBA basketball feels like now. I said, what? He said, well, I have them bounced and dribbled and tossed around in that damn bunk all day long. He said, just get me to the shore.
I tell you what, I was fishing a tournament, Bay Point tournament. It was so rough. Guy on the boat looked at me and says, Hollywood, you want to drop the green flag at Talladega? I said, I sure do. He says, take this boat in. You will.
Oh, go ahead.
And I said, Bud, I can't go in. He says, you want to drop the green flag at Talladega in the next race? And you just don't know what a thrill that would be. But I didn't take him in, and I didn't drop the green flag. He did.